They add this wedge at the bottom to aid in comfort for appendix carry. Pretty genius. In this video, come watch how KSG Armory makes their Kydex holsters.
It is going to have to be heated up roughly to about 370 degrees. We use this press here. It keeps everything flat while it's heating, and then obviously heats it up to the temperature we want, about 1 minute and 40 seconds. So we just sit here and wait for 1 minute and 40.
That's all it takes, huh?
Yeah, that's all it's going to take. Sometimes a little longer, depending, like we haven't been running, like when you do back-to-back molds, the bottom piece here is not heated.
Okay.
It's only the top.
Okay.
So it'll kind of build heat throughout the molding. So like say you do 10 in a row, that 10th one is going to be hotter than the first one. So the first one you put on, you might have to leave it on for an extra 5 seconds.
Interesting.
We usually make sure it stays at 370. See the temperature's dropping right now?
Yeah.
It's gonna, we want it to go back up to about 370 is the proper temperature. Is what we've had good luck with.
How cool, man. This is
Glock 45 is a good gun.
You know, I've always been a SIG guy or an HK guy, but there's just something about that Glock 45. I don't know.
I'm becoming an HK guy. HK's cutting us big checks right now. They're a sponsor of ours. And
oh, really?
so
tell them what's up, man. I want
got stuff at HK.
What's your favorite HK?
VP9. Yeah, I'm a VP9 guy. Yeah.
I like the USP.
USP's cool. The P30 is a good gun. I mean, all their guns are good guns.
Yeah, my wife carries a P2000 SK.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a fun gun.
Yeah, she had a P365, but
I think we might have a P2000 in here.
Dude, she needs one so bad.
We don't have an actual P2000.
No. I think Riley has one.
Yeah, he might. But yeah, I don't think we make a holster for a P2000.
Yeah, she's been bugging me to get her one of those, one of the holsters that has the wing on it to bring it into.
All our holsters have a wing. This will have a wing.
Dude, if you guys can make her a holster, you will make one happy freaking house mom.
Yeah. Pay me with the details and I'll get it done.
Yeah, for sure. I will.
All right, we're just waiting. It's at 369 here, kind of hovering. In just a sec, it should pop up to 370. Taking his time.
Monday all over again.
I know, right? There we go. Peel this off. This sucker is nice and pliable. We throw this frame around it and vacuum form it down.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, and then now we're just going to cool it down because obviously it's still pliable at that temperature. So then you cool it down. There we go. That is your shell.
Interesting. Okay.
So that part is done. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this mold back.
Okay. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see it suck down like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's. But again, you think it's like, how are they getting that shit? It's simpler than you think, you know? It's just throw it on a vacuum former and it sucks it down, you cool it down, and there you go. You have a permanent shape.
And then you cut it now?
Yep, so now the next thing we're going to do is drill all these holes.
Okay.
We put pins in our molds so that you have a whole guide, right? Okay. So when I go to that drill press, I'm not like manually marking holes out. So it makes it easier. And then once we have those holes cut, we can attach it to our trim jig, which cuts it to its shape. At that point, I'll ask you some questions, like if you want it extended, how high you want the sweat guard on the backside, and stuff like that. But we'll get there when we're done with this.
Cool. Okay. How long have you been making this?
2 years.
Pretty hard to get into? It looks expensive. Okay.
We purchased it from guys who had a business and took it over. It's a good deal. It's great. Really good designs. This is our design. The top cylinder.
Okay.
And we can just get
Sweet. How many guys you got working for you? Oh, okay.
So not only are we putting here, but a lot of
Okay, so now we have them drilled. These have kind of sharp edges on the front, so we use a Dremel tool to kind of chamfer the edges to kind of round them, so that obviously when this is against your body, it's not rubbing on
Scratch,
you.
yeah.
This, just kind of, again, a little bit more chamfering. You can see now there's some material on the edges.
Yeah, yeah.
This just kind of gets rid of that. All right. So, the G45 is 19 length, correct?
Yes, 19 length to 17 grip.
17 grip. Do you want it extended?
Honestly, no.
Do you wanted that 19 length?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Is it okay to put the optic cut on it? Do you guys have that already?
It's automatic.
Yeah,
Nice.
it'll
Okay,
be
sweet.
optic ready. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. We don't make a holster that's not up.
And then, do you want a full height sweat guard to cover?
Yes, I
Okay.
do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So this.
And I would assume
you want
you're
this.
Yeah,
right-handed.
That's exactly what I want. Yeah, yeah.
Right-handed.
Right-handed,
Okay.
yes.
Cool.
I like mine a little extended. Yes, that's a G19 in there, but I have it cut to G17 length. Just makes it balance a little bit in the pants.
Yeah, it can.
Okay.
The extra length can help tuck that top side of your gun in because you can put the wedge lower.
You know what? Maybe we should leave it like that then.
Yeah, you can always cut it shorter,
Yeah,
but you
that's
can't make it
yeah.
longer.
If you
Yeah,
were to say,
yeah,
"Hey,
yeah.
it's 17 length," and you let us know, like, "Hey, I want it cut shorter," you can send it in. I can
Yeah,
chop
bring
the
it
front
in.
of it off, and not a big deal.
Yeah, so we'll start
Okay.
with an extended.
If you want it longer,
Sweet, that
obviously we
works.
can't add material.
Super glue it. Just kidding.
So JD Weld.
You do a lot of shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you shoot at?
I'm a member of our Armory Rifle and Pistol Club. That's pretty close to my
okay.
house. So I do a lot there.
Okay, so this next part, we're going to cut it here on the bandsaw and get the actual shape of this cutout, and then we're going to use the router to kind of really refine the edges, and then we'll go to buffing. Okay.
Getting closer.
Yeah, and then at this point is where we mark.
That is so cool.
Really interesting.
That is so cool.
So this is obviously the 17. I'll make it decently short. You'll have an extra, half inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. So it's not going to be crazy, but give you a little bit extra.
Okay.
And then we cut the front side down short, which makes it easier to reholster. So you kind of swoop it in instead of having to go up over something this tall, right, to get it in the holster.
Okay.
And then I'll cut that barrel out.
Looks like you've done this a time or two.
Yeah, this is only like my 2,000 or 3,000th one, so we're
Dang.
there's a little bit of muscle memory going. All right, and then this is the buffer. It's literally just a buffer wheel. I mean, you can kind of feel it if you want. It's kind of just an abrasive cloth, I guess, for a better word. It just kind of sands the edges. So obviously here you see there's some sharp corners, and then obviously still stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of all that, smooth it all out, and then polish it.
Okay.
This puts out some pretty fine particulates we don't want to be breathing.
Yeah.
So you got this dust collection machine.
Yeah,
that
this
sucks
will
it all
collect
out.
99% of the dust, but
Okay.
just because I do this all day, respirator for, added protection.
Right.
So now you can see obviously the edges are much
Oh yeah,
smoother.
look at that.
Get
Wow.
rid of all
Not gonna
that.
cut into you.
Where we,
Oh,
doesn't-
yeah.
Yeah. So now we're gonna fold it around the gun, and then once I fold it, we're gonna bring it back to the buffer. But that's just pretty much to make sure everything's mirrored properly, all the edges meet up properly, and then
Okay.
we'll do our shine where we actually polish it, and then it's pretty much done. We just assemble and put the gear on it.
Alrighty.
He sticks like 700 something degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, it's real hot. So you'll see very quickly here, we set it on here like this, right in the center where that sight channel is, and you'll just see it sag and melt. And it's
Oh,
just,
really?
all
Okay.
we're doing is we're superheating that middle section, just like we did on there, just so it's pliable, so we can fold it around that gun and kind of clamshell it.
Oh yeah, look at that. You said it gets up to 700 degrees?
Yeah, this bar.
My God.
Yeah. That's all it's just a heating rod. That's,
Wow.
Yeah, the only purpose of this is getting hot. Okay, go like this. Throw that in there like that. So obviously we wrap each holster around the gun that someone ordered so that
Right.
it fits properly. So I'm just gonna grab this so we cool it down a little bit quicker.
Every holster we make is suppressor height sight compatible, Enigma compatible, red dot compatible. This one has adjustable retention, adjustable cant, adjustable ride height. It's all about modularity, right? Giving you as many choices of how it works as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can see there's still some pieces here that's not quite symmetrical. How like this is poking out further than this side, so we'll trim that off, and then all these edges we're going to make sure they're perfectly symmetrical instead of having some edges that aren't, when you look at it, just aesthetically doesn't look pleasing.
So fine details that matter.
And back over here, and we're almost done.
Wow, that's a fairly quick process.
Not too bad.
done.
Wow.
For some hardware.
Yeah, ready
That is
for
freaking
hardware.
awesome.
That's slick.
And you can see all the edges.
Man, you
are
guys scratched the
shiny
itch I didn't
smooth.
know I need scratched. Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, and everything's polished and smooth, you know, so like this should, you know.
Wow, dude,
Yeah.
that's so freaking cool.
Configuration.
Yeah, I
Alrighty.
assume, are we going to make it for him?
Well, let me show you some options. Yeah, so we have a lot of different options for hardware.
Okay.
We kind of we have what we call standard configurations. It's the most popular configuration, which is this, which is with the mod wing, DCC monoblocks, and then a wedge.
Okay.
Which is what we just tend to find it's most efficient. But that said, we had a lot of options. And in addition, instead of a mod wing, we have the dark wing, which is that guy.
The RCS claw.
The RCS claw, yeah, which is this guy.
Okay.
So there's so many options. Then instead of clip side, we can do DCC monoblock like this one, or you can do DCC clips like this guy, one here, or you can do soft loops. Some people prefer soft loops. They mount up here.
We have a couple of
You put two of them on, you know, 1, 2, kind of thing.
My personal favorite's what he's got on. The
Yeah.
mono.
Yeah,
what
that's-
we
I
all
think-
run, is
that's
that
it, yeah.
monoblock.
I think that's exactly
We
what I
all
It's
run
the
the monoblock.
simplest
Okay.
It's
to
the
run.
simplest. It stays on your belt.
Super
real
high
solid,
quality,
and
yeah.
then it
Okay.
never moves on you. The nice thing is if you want it canted too, because of the grid
Yeah.
holes here, you can cant. You know, if you wanted to move it and cant it one direction or the other, you're going to carry it.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
can
4
go
o'clock
up, down,
whatever.
or you can
Okay.
change angle.
Yeah,
right.
that looks perfect, honestly.
Now, these DCC clips, it's made by the DCC is Discrete Carry Concepts.
Okay.
Companies in Tennessee. These are made in the U.S. They're not cheap. But anytime you see a holster company using them, like to me, that's a huge sign of quality. Because that holster company could be buying 10-cent clips out of China.
Right, right, right.
Instead, they're buying these expensive
You
metal
know
things
what?
from Tennessee.
That's actually what so I just started carrying this, right? Is that what the discrete carry concepts goes on
Discrete Carry
to?
Concepts could go on here.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
put a slotting
Yeah.
clip
Yeah,
on.
we can put one right on here for you right now if you want.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would love that.
Yeah, we'll probably have to cut this off.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Sweet.
That, or you could do a canting potentially. I don't know if the whole spacing would
It
line
depends
up.
on if you want to play with height adjustment or if you want to cant it. So here's a different option. Look at how these. See the
Okay.
difference?
Yeah.
So the idea with this guy is that you can adjust the cant, the angle on
Okay.
this
Thank
a
you.
little bit. Whereas with this one, you don't really have any angle adjustment, but you do have up and down adjustment. So
Okay.
you're gonna decide which
Yeah,
one
with that one
makes more
probably
sense.
the up and down adjustment would be good.
The holes line up either way.
Oh, that's cool.
I just thought
That's
of this for
badass. Cool.
We should be doing
Did you
filming
want
like
to
this,
film
but
the assembly of the holster as well?
Yeah, sure.
we should
So-
be starting off like this at the beginning of the camera.
Yeah, there you go.
Solid special effects.
Green screen my fingers out of there.
All right,
You can't
so
green
start,
screen a finger out.
with the spacer.
Jeez.
These are just rubber washers,
Okay.
so you can get adjustable retention on them. This gives you the spacing so that people don't at all. So if you want it less, I can do
But you
whatever
can,
you want.
yeah, you can back up these screws anytime, and we're gonna send you home with the thing, a thread
Yeah,
locker.
this is
Okay.
Loctite.
So once you really feel
yeah.
like you got it dialed in, put some thread locker, lock those screws.
Yeah, or
down.
you got it where you want it. You can. I don't. Mine actually never really locks on me, but
Okay.
and I wear it every day. But some people do like to, thread lock it just so it definitely does not move at all.
Yeah, I'll definitely throw some thread locker on it with being
Yeah.
sweaty all day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
I've had my screws back out on me, so
Have you?
so I thread lock them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to mine as much as I'm fishing and banging over and getting stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
moving too much.
What do you guys like carrying? What's your gun of
I
choice?
have a 365 XL.
Okay. And how about you?
Original 365 or
Nice.
P10C.
Very nice.
And then
You got
see how
old
this
school
goes on there.
I'm
Just two smaller
transitioning.
posts, two
Transitioning
smaller
on.
rubber washers
Are you?
than this. So
You
that
gonna go
if
with
you
the
want
SK?
like the gun to sit higher or
Full
lower,
size.
in your
Right.
waistband,
The
you
SK
can move
is
it that
pretty
way,
nice,
or
man.
again you want to cant it one way or the other, you can do that as well.
Okay.
You leaving your fingerprints on there for them?
Those things are greasy.
Yeah, they come oiled up pretty well. Oh, sorry, I haven't met. I'm David.
Nick, man.
Nick,
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I had Paul. My name's Sam, by
Yeah,
the
Nick.
way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, sorry, I got
That's
excited
all
and I
right.
introduced myself when I walked in.
These guys are some of our senior. Sam's been working with us for a very, very, very long time.
Oh yeah.
Done a lot of things around here.
Screw that.
He's got a family legacy of law enforcement in the state,
Oh,
dads and uncles and grandpas and
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
all sorts. Dave is a Colorado original as well.
Sweet.
Same background, pretty much.
Been working
Oh,
with us
yeah?
for a while now too. Geez, a couple of years.
4 years.
4 years already?
4 years, June.
Jeez, it's
Nice.
been longer. I've been looking at your ugly face.
You've been down here 4 years. I'm impressed. Can't get rid of them now.
Are you from Colorado too, Jacob?
I'm not. I'm a Wyoming guy.
Oh, okay.
Been here since 2011.
You're a
Do
real
you want me to
man.
Put it in the bag for him and get
Yeah,
it
let's
whole
get,
giddy
yeah,
up?
let's get a wedge though.
Yeah, we'll
Let
get
me-
the wedge
Yeah,
going.
let me show you the. You're familiar with wedges?
Oh yeah. Well, not these in particular, but
Well, a wedge is a wedge is a wedge.
yeah. I mean, it looks pretty
It's a
simple.
nice close fold
Sweet.
wedge. It's really good, comfy. It probably, the nice thing about our wedges, they probably they're right around on the low cost end of the wedge spectrum.
Okay.
They also don't last as long, to be quite frank. So
Okay.
this is probably, depending on the person, going to last you 6 months to a year.
Okay.
And you're going to want a new wedge, but we sell a ton of wedges because they're just super affordable.
Okay.
They're just very low cost.
Sweet. Yeah, that looks. That's been my problem with the pendant carrying is having it rub up.
Yeah. No, with the wedge and the wing, right? Those two
Yeah.
are the magic. The wedge
Yeah.
is tucking it this way, and the wing is pulling it this way.
Right.
So that's where the magic is.
You got some of these too.
Yeah, some
Sweet.
numbers.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I'm going to leave it just like this. Obviously, when you're ready, you just peel this side, stick it wherever you want it on the gun.
On the holster.
On the hole, yeah. Don't do it on the gun. Yeah. On the holster, the wide part, obviously, at the bottom, you want it tapering towards the top.
Okay.
So something like that, right? You do it on the back side where it's going to be against your body. And I'll let you play around with where you want it. I usually go as low as I can.
Okay.
Because again, the lower you go, the more it's going to push that top side in.
Okay.
That's why, again, like the extending it.
And protecting those edges from digging down.
Sure.
Too, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both.
So we'll throw this in here.
Yeah. And
Can you find this? Is there a KSG website also?
Yeah,
Yeah.
KSG.com.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
That mod wing that's on there has a couple different adjustable ones. So the one that's installed on there.
Yeah, I gave you the short one. I always start with the short one on there. It's just kind of the standard. But if you need even more tuck, you can see obviously this is the one I have on there. This one's taller.
Okay.
This one will tuck that grip of your gun even tighter into your body.
Sweet. Okay.
So I'll throw this in this bag. So
Hell
if you
yeah.
want to swap it out, then you have another one.
Okay. Sweet. Well, good on KSG. I was just telling him I've been waiting on a holster from a company that I haven't heard back from for a couple weeks.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky, frankly. So our lead time on these right now is like 74 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not a problem,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, these are all.
When you upgrade to a mag carrier,